In this video we'll look at a simple height safety kit that will allow you to stay compliant when working at height. If you need more information, site visits, information on training, please contact us at POWERTEX. Hello, today we're going to talk about the POWERTEX worker kit. This is a general kit which will cover lots of applications. The harness is a full body fall arrest work positioning and restraint harness with a front fall arrest attachment point, rear fall arrest attachment point, and in addition we have work positioning Ds on the hips. This harness will fulfill a number of applications. We can use it in restraint, in fall arrest and in work positioning, so we can look at all of the requirements for the hierarchy of controls for work at height. In addition to the attachment points, we have adjustment at the shoulders and adjustment in the legs with a quick buckle which is easy to open and fasten and easy to adjust. Adjustment at the shoulders and legs means we can get the best possible fit for the user in this harness. And with all this equipment we have our product ID label which is behind this logo. If we open the cover, which keeps it clean and secure at all times, we have the product information, so a part number, serial number, date of manufacture and other information which we need to record. And we also have barcodes and an RFID chip, so we can record the information from the harness onto our database or when we carry out our periodic inspections. There is also on the very last label information on the use of fall arrest equipment for user weights. For use with this harness we have the fall arrest lanyard, a shock absorbing fall arrest lanyard with a large double action scaffold hook which will go over scaffold tubing or other reasonably large steel tube. We have a shock absorber pack for reducing any impact forces to the person. On the rear of the label we see the same ID, and inside there is a label which gives further information on fall arrests and distances required. Under the heat shrink we have our product ID label with again part numbers, serial numbers, date of manufacture and all the information as required. As we don't always know exactly where our equipment will be used, we may need to select suitable anchor points, and to allow us to do this we have an anchorage sling which we can pass around large steel work or structural concrete work, so the sling can be made into a safe anchor point. With all of the equipment we will receive our user instructions. User instructions should be read and understood by everyone who's going to use the equipment, and we should also keep them for our records later on. And to make sure we can keep the equipment clean and transport it safely, we have a containment bag. And now we can have a look at the equipment in use. And before we use any harness and lanyard, it's important that we always give it a good, thorough, visual and tactile examination to make sure it's fit and safe to be used. If you have any questions about whether your harness is fit for use, go and seek the advice of your competent person. The POWERTEX Workers Kit has a more advanced harness so we can work in a wider range of situations, but very easy to put on and adjust. We'll open the front and the waist, simply swing the harness on like a waistcoat. Can fasten the chest securing strap, the waist belt, and adjust. And the legs with the quick buckle simply off and back in, locking securely, adjusted, and the webbing tidied away. Harness should be snug. We have adjustment in the shoulders. When it's fully adjusted, it should just be the flat of the hands through the webbing. We have an upper fall arrest attachment point and a rear fall arrest attachment point. And if we needed to do a job more complex, we have side Ds for work positioning if we wanted to do that later. We have a 1.5 metre fall arrest lanyard and an additional anchor sling. If the anchor points are too wide for the double action aluminium scaffold hook, we can use the sling to make a secure anchor point. The lanyard can be attached to the harness with a triple action twist lock connector, either to the rear or front attachment point. Carabiner closes securely. Harness and lanyard are now ready to use. For our POWERTEX workers kit, we have our retractable 4S lanyards with large aluminium scaffold hook. We can go straight over the structure if it's the right size and strong enough, and it allows lots of free movement. Because it's a retractable lanyard, it will always keep our falling distance as short as possible. If we need to, we can use our additional anchorage sling to extend awkward or complicated anchor points. And with the option of twin or single lanyards, it will allow us to move freely around the structure, again with the benefits of retracting lanyards, managing our fall distance at all times.